I want to build a house in The Sims, but every room has a secret budget. I just saw Lil Simsy do a similar challenge where she had a budget for the whole house, but couldn't see how much she was spending as she was building it. So she kind of just had to go on vibes to guess how much the build costs. And since I love an every room is different challenge, I want to take that challenge a step further and do it for every single room in the house. And before we get into it, I am part of the EA Creator Network. I've been gifted a couple packs in the past, and I do have a creator code Sarah that you can use when checking out on the EA app if you'd like to financially support me. Let's get to the video. I'm going to be building today on this lot in Nordhaven. If you don't know how to get to this build mode where you have the infinity symbol for money, you want to click on either an empty lot or a lot with a gray plumb bob from Manage Worlds, and then go down here to build. That will take you into free build mode. If you have a played sim on the lot, it's going to try to grab from their household funds. So here I have our number generator, and we're going to start with the shell and the exterior and the front porch, and we have to aim for 10,395. So this is also going to kind of determine how big our shell is going to be. I'm not going to try to keep track in my head just because I don't think I'm very good at that. I think I want to do something like this where we kind of have a front porch and a back porch, though I might even bring this in, honestly, to save us a little bit of money. I do want it up on a foundation, but even with that, we're gonna have to spend, I don't even know, what was this, 100 something on stairs? I would say at this point, I think I'm about halfway through our budget. That is actually before I've drawn the interior walls. Oh, maybe we'll do open concept. We have to put stairs in this. The stairs are at least 536 simoleons. Oh my God. Upstairs, I think we're just gonna have a little hallway and 2 bedrooms. I think that's what we got. Let's go to something free now. Roof trim, roof paint. Maybe we could do a little bit of this businesses and hobbies siding. Is this expensive? It's 4 simoleons, which is cheaper than the eco lifestyle siding, which is in fact what I wanna go with for some of the rest of the house. I have no idea how much money I have left for windows, but I think eco lifestyle was a good way to go with the siding because now the eco lifestyle windows might look okay. Or I do really love these snowy escape ones just because they're very big, but they're not like floor to ceiling gigantic. Also, for some reason, I gave us a little balcony here. It's literally just gonna be like a plant and a chair. Wait, do we have to do doors? The sliding door is only 50. Do I have to do doors for the rest of the show right now? Where did this archway come from? Has that always been base game? Okay, not the point, not the point. I feel like if we included stairs in the budget for the shell, we also have to include doors. We have to landscape. I really do think that we have like 1,000 simoleons left max, maybe if we're lucky. I would love the eco lifestyle plant, but that's pretty pricey, isn't it? 410 simoleons? This businesses and hobbies one, that's only 45 simoleons. 0 simoleons for the railing? Is that true? I don't know about the landscaping. You know what's free? Terrain paint. We could do a 50 simoleon hedgerow. What if we do just a little bit of this? I think I definitely just spent like 500 simoleons on bushes. Maybe a couple rocks. If we do a tree there, and then we can do 20 simoleons for the green grass, right? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I am guessing this is 12,000 simoleons. So the way that we're going to see the budget is we go to save it to the library and it tells us the total value of the lot. So I'm guessing right now it's around 12,000. 8,616. I could have done so much more landscaping. Oh, I could have had so many more fun accents. Oh, the landscaping's so boring. We could have twisted the stairs. We could have twisted the stairs. I'm unwell. I'm unwell. Okay, moving on. I've drawn this wall in just so you can visualize how I'm separating the space. This is gonna be the kitchen and entryway. This is going to be a living area, and this is going to be a small dining area and hallway. And then we have a bathroom down here that I'm also maybe hopefully going to make a laundry room or something. Officially moving over to our kitchen and entryway. The minimum budget for the indoor rooms is actually going to go down to 2,000 since we don't have to draw like walls and stuff now. The budget for this is going to be 9,829. I think this is pretty decent for a kitchen. I just put the floor down. I have no idea how much that costs. I didn't even look. We definitely can't use the most expensive appliances though. I would love to maybe get a home chef hustle moment going. And I think we have the budget that we could do a big island like this. Oh wait, but I forgot these counters don't go together. The island one and the regular ones, sick and twisted a little bit. Maybe we'll do something like this. Now, I think my rule is that I can't add any more full walls, but I think a half wall is okay if I think I can fit it into the budget. If I were to use the Home Chef Hustle fridge, that is 2,300 simoleons. We might be able to do it though, because I'm not gonna use the stove. I'm just going to use the induction cooktop and place that right there. The luxury of a dishwasher would be 430 simoleons. I have a feeling that we are are at about 5,000 right now. I'm not trying to keep track too much, but I know I did not use the cheapest counters. Oh, wait a minute. What about the cabinets? Uh-oh. Wait, this dish rack is 250 simoleons? Sorry, what? I actually don't like these cabinets. They are 195 each. Oh, but the shelf is 150 each, and if we put clutter on that, that's gonna end up being more. The plates are 150 each? Where are you buying your plates? How weird is that? We do one cabinet in one shelf? Oh, we also need bar stools. We didn't even get bar stools with Home Chef Hustle. Okay, what goes here? These are 90 each, and I kind of really like the pattern on them. The green goes nicely with the counter. I think we could get a not absurdly priced plant right here, and maybe we'll get a burglar alarm. I also have to do a little entryway stuff. I also have to paint the walls. My brain is literally already like, you're 100 million simoleons already over your budget, so good luck. Oh my god, and curtains? Now, if I don't have the budget for curtains, I mean, that would just be tragic. No, curtains are first on the chopping block. If I don't have budget for something, I do not care if we have to forgo them. I might really like the Riviera Retreat tiles, where the herringbone from Growing Together is just ever so slightly cheaper. I'm going to clutter. I'm going to make sure that I leave a counter open for cooking, of course. Am I really spending 300 simoleons on these plates? The kitchen clutter stuff is actually not that expensive. This jar is only 20 simoleons. Now, wait a minute. The topsy-turvy tableware is only 55 simoleons. That is much less than 150 simoleons. If you didn't know, if you needed a little math lesson there, I'm sure. 310 simoleons for these utensils? I'm doing it. Let's take a risk. What if maybe we could even get a light switch? Maybe we could even get 2 light switches. Because these are kind of 2 light switches for the price of 1. These are 20 simoleons. This light switch is 40 simoleons. Am I too ambitious thinking that I could get us a dishwasher? It would be really nice to have a dishwasher. It's always really nice to have a dishwasher. I would also love a fun light hanging down over the island. Realistically, it should be the range. You know what? I'm gonna add a pet food bowl as well. Let me remember to put pet stuff in the other rooms now. I think this is going to be our kitchen that is supposed to be 9,829 simoleons. And now doing the math, 8,616, which was the exterior price, plus 9,829 is 18,445. So if we are over that, we went over our budget. If we are under that, we are under our budget. We are now at 17,822. That's not far off. That's only 623 simoleons under. That was really good. Okay, so moving on to the dining area, which again, this is the dining area, and we're also going to be doing this little hallway. Our target budget for this one is going to be 10,145. I'm going to get our wood here. And a super subtle socialite is 50. I already added 2, so this is a really strange layout, but maybe it doesn't have to be. I'm actually considering using these really expensive chairs. These are 550 each. But that's because this isn't a huge area. So I kind of want to make sure that we are hopefully getting enough for our budget. I'm not actually as worried about going over in this room. I'm actually considering to take up some of the budget if we do laundry right here. Like, is it an awkward spot? I don't really know. We could do our sleek bathroom half wall, and you can actually set clutter on top of this, which is really nice. We could do the tile all the way through here as well. I don't know why I chose this brown for that wall. I don't really want it on any other walls. Something else that I find a little difficult about this challenge is that it does take me a while to build a room. So I had an idea of where our budget was when we started, when I placed the chairs down, and now I'm like, oh, I forget. Another idea I had was to use the same wood from Eco. That changes up the whole vibe. What about this rug from the Refined Living Room kit? I do really wish that I could change up the stairs, but I do need a railing. I'm just counting it as part of this room. Any railing is gonna clip through. If we're on the topic of secrets, it's actually a secret that is there. No, we're not looking at it, right? Hey, wait, maybe this is a good spot for eco lifestyle plants since it's so expensive, like I was saying. Did you see that expert subject switch? Exactly. I really like this house. I can't for the life of me think of a story for it because I'm too focused on the budget. Maybe it's a couple people who are like really bad with money. Like they knew they wanted to do a whole entire home reno, but they only thought about one room at a time. So like however much money they actually had left for the next room was like a bit of a surprise. I love how this eco rug kind of goes with the Refined Living Room rug. They have very similar patterns. I have a feeling we might just be around like 4,000 right now. Is there an expensive painting? History of the World. This one one always looks so good in so many different color schemes. What other expensive clutter do we have to put in the middle of the table? Maybe the giraffes are more of a vibe here. We do kind of have a bit of a modern contemporary style going on. We could try to make this like a little plant corner, like maybe add this. That goes so nicely with the dining table, and that is 600 simoleons. And now I'm thinking this might be a little bit more expensive than I initially thought. Maybe we do one last thing. We do the phone and keys, because that would make sense right here. 550 on the little half wall. This is our dining area and hallway area. So before this, the lot price was at 17,822. Adding 10,145 puts us at 27,697. So we are at 27,970. I went 3 simoleons over. Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, if I hadn't added the phone and keys, we would have been under again. But we were only 3 simoleons over. That's not that bad. I'm not even gonna say that's me being good at knowing budgets, because I didn't think we were anywhere close to that. So moving over to the living area now, the budget we are targeting for this one is 10,825. Okay, another 10,000 vibe room. This could be really easy for me because we could take the 10,000 simoleon TV and we could just do 825 simoleons for everything else. I think the way I want to do this is maybe we decide the TV last once we kind of figure out the rest of our furniture vibes. I would love to use this eco couch. I feel like I haven't done a good eco lifestyle build in so long. Would it be functional if I threw in a couple bookcases right here? Maybe we could do a hallway table, and I don't really like the idea of a mirror, but we could do a big painting. We could do one of the refined living room ones. And if we need to substitute that for something more expensive later, we can. The 3,000 simoleon TV, should I just put that right there? I forgot about that. If we just do the Invisiview flat screen TV right there, I feel like that we might be around 5,000 right now. How awkward is it if I slid in a plant right here? Okay, so basically we just kind of need a rug and clutter. We could do a coffee table if we want. I don't know if I want. I think I'm going to keep it kind of simple with this businesses and hobbies rug, especially because we have some fun rugs all around the rest of the house. I wonder if this is the place for the overlapping Desert Luxe coffee tables like that. You know what I think would look really good in here? A hanging plant. I know, it's so groundbreaking. I know, I'm really starting a trend here, but I want like a hanging candles kind of vibe, but I think the best we could get are these paranormal lights. I just had an idea. I'm gonna take these Batu lights, I'm gonna size them down and kind of frame our picture with them. What's expensive? I mean, like we could give them a couple watches. Maybe they have some watches on display. We could always go with the antique tomes. I really like how this looks, very warm. I know what we should add in the corner here is a little dog bed. In case I forget to add one at a later point, we have that one here now. The gaming console is 800. I'm like, that might be a little too much. She might be going over now at this point. But I am really just going on vibes. As the challenge intended, I have no idea. Here, I want to do the controllers. I want them to be in the bowl. I can do this more precisely with Toolmod so that they actually look like they're sitting in there. There we go. I feel like something could go over here as well. It feels a little empty. Maybe we do a little like toy holder. And I'm getting 2 toys because I actually have no idea. Again, I think we're actually quite over our budget. Do I really think we're close to 10,000? No, you know what? I think I'm calling it, but I think we are ever so slightly under. I think we're close, but we might be under. So this is going to be our living room that is supposed to be 10,800, and adding that to what the lot already was should put us at 38,795. We are actually at 37,590. Okay, we were more than 1,000 off. 1,205 simoleons off. That really could have gotten us like just a little bit more clutter. We could have gotten this TV, but I kind of don't like that TV, so I wouldn't have done that anyway. Moving on over to this room, I'm actually gonna make this one an office. This one is intended to be 2,252. We do not even really have money for a computer. Well, this should go quickly. So first things first, we need our lighting, our floors, and our ceiling. I would love to add another window now that I'm doing this as an office and not a bathroom, but I feel like that's a little bit cheating. What if we take a beautiful opportunity to appreciate what Dream Home Decorator has to offer us, which is a 250 simoleon desk? The lower budgets are gonna be hard to not do the math in my head just because there's not as much to work with there. But I might go ahead and get us our tablet. How much is the comfy gamer chair? It's 345. Maybe we could just go with this desk chair that is 60. That's probably better. Actually, wait, no, the pastel pop one is fun and it's 80 simoleons. How much is our cheapest bookshelf? We got 135 kids bookcase. The dream would be to do these dream home decorator shelves. 500 simoleons. If I think we're at 1500, I don't think we could get literally any other clutter in the room. And we could go with a tarot print in here because that's only about 8,500. 8,500, could you imagine? It's only 85 simoleons, but it takes up a lot of the wall. I feel like there's a cheaper way to do this. I like really cannot justify this. Let's do a table like that, which is 100 simoleons. These books are only 10. Let's do that, and that's our bookshelf. I thought this room was gonna be quick because the budget's low, and now I'm like, I need to think about every single simoleon I'm spending. I think we're probably at about 1,700, so we could get a little bit more clutter, maybe some vinyl in here, perhaps a radio, a little curtain moment. We actually only need a little half curtain right here. 200 simoleons? Delete. Are all the half curtains like kind of expensive? 125. It might work. And now I'm like, I think we have too much clutter and not enough like big furniture. String lights are 85 each. There is no way we have the budget for that. 2,252. I think we might be right at the budget. Oh, I didn't do a rug. Oh, well, this is going to be our little office area here. Okay, and so for my calculations, 2,252 added to what our lot already was equals 39,842. And we are at 40,043. I didn't think we would be that much over. It's 201 simoleons over. It really was like these two pieces of clutter because these are 100 each. You win some, you lose some. I feel like we haven't really won any of them yet because I have not actually gotten the exact budget on anything. Moving up, we're gonna do this hallway area and it's gonna include this little 2-tile balcony. I really hope that we do not get a big number for this. We are going to be doing 15,427, literally the biggest budget yet. We like literally cannot even actually do that much because we have no space. We could do like 300 super subtle saucer lights. I think maybe that would get us close. The easy thing to do here, like we don't even have room for a hallway table or anything. Strategically, what we should be doing is getting the 7,500 simoleon painting because we know that that puts us approximately halfway there. But I don't want to be taking like the easiest of easy ways out. We can also do this double vision thing that's 860 simoleons and just looks like some weird wall lights. I actually want to see, I know these have mirrors in them, but I think it's still possible to rotate these with the tool mod. Yes, and then we can put it here vertically so it doesn't look really weird. That wasn't even 1,000 simoleons. Like that got us nowhere. 3,500 for this Brindleton Bay picture. And then coming out here, we probably have about 4,000 simoleons left. We could size down the ballerina. I think the storyline does kind of make sense that it's people who are trying to renovate their house but are not paying attention to the budget at all. Like they're blowing it on like really silly rooms. They're like, no, we actually need the most beautiful art in the hallway. We need the most beautiful ballerina statue on the balcony. Wait, are all the chairs so big? I was hoping we could get like a chair and a plant. I think we have to do a chair or a plant. This is not good. Random 200 simoleon lamp probably might be good to get out here. The only other thing I think we really could do is curtains right here. I don't particularly like that, but I think this has to be close because the balcony is probably about 2,700 simoleons. I said I wasn't gonna do the math in my head, but now I'm like, is it anywhere close? In here is probably 12,000. I think we're close. This is what we're looking at for our little balcony and our hallway area that is supposed to be 15,427 simoleons. And if we got this exactly right, our lot value will be at 55,470. It is actually at 55,040. Okay, so we were only 430 simoleons off. That's not bad. We were only 3 off from exactly 15,000, which I feel like was the number that I had in my head. Like I was like, okay, we want to be around 15. We were around 15, but we were not around the right number. Next up, we have the bathroom. I don't even know what kind of budget I want for this, but we are going to be doing 9,814. They really want us right around that 10,000 simoleon mark, I guess. But I'm also thinking, what if getting super similar budgets for multiple rooms is a blessing in disguise, because now I'm like really knowing the feeling of different budgets, but also I might not be. I don't know what I'm up to. I think I want to do this Riviera retreat tile because it is expensive. I did not give us a lot of wiggle room here, making the bathroom only 6 tiles. Our most expensive shower tub combo is this 2,300 simoleon one from Growing Together. And that looks really, really nice with our wall tiles. I think the Growing Together sink looks nice here too. Don't we have this 5,000 simoleon toilet. I can't bring myself to do this. I don't think I can. That looks too absurd, even if I make it like a normal kind of swatch, but maybe we can fit it into the storyline. Maybe they're really serious about their toilet. Like maybe we can't see it, but like maybe it has a bidet and a heated toilet seat and a bunch of other stuff that is good and expensive, and they really value that. So when they were looking at the budget for the bathroom reno, they were like, that's built in. We have to have that. I don't really want to go with the most expensive towel, but it might work. I feel like we're actually pretty close to the budget already though. We might be like at 7,500, 8,000. The 5,000 simoleon toilet really like blasted us up there. Like if we didn't have it, we'd be nowhere near the budget. But since we have it, I'm like, wait, are we too close? Are we over the budget? Is there anything cheap-ish that could go on the wall? What about a wall plant? 50 simoleons. That's what can go on the wall there. I think I kind of want to get rid of the expensive towel to save some money. I'd love to get a little bath mat, but I'm a little worried. 35 simoleons, that can't make or break the room. We'll just do that. How much is it to carry over our concrete ceiling? 24? I keep going, this won't make or break us. This won't make or break the budget. I can't say that for every single little thing because they add up. This is going to be our hopefully 9,814 simoleon bathroom. And if my calculations are correct, the lot value now should be 64,854. It is actually 63,411? Wait, I had more to work with. I had more with which to work. We were 1,443 off. Okay, so I was just wrong when I said that I have a better feeling for around 10,000 simoleons. I guess all the other clutter and stuff wasn't that expensive. Okay, let's move on to the first bedroom. And we are going to aim for this to be 2,273 simoleons. So the thing is, that's really low. Well, let's get our wood floors. We could do this as a kid's room. Maybe as like an infant room, a toddler room. The grass wallpaper is 8 simoleons a tile. The dots wallpaper is only 2 simoleons a tile. But so is the parenthood one. I really like the parenthood. We could do something really cute like that with the clouds. I say we do a toddler room, and I hope I don't regret this. Because if this rug is only 110, we could do that. Oh, but if we did the crib, it's only 130. But I feel like if we do an infant, we're also committing to a changing table, which is 200, 260, and 360 if you want the connected trash can. Am I made of money? 240 for a rocking chair. Worth it? Might be. It takes up a nice amount of space. Yay, decor. We get a shelf. Just kidding. Nothing wants to slot onto the shelf. 330 simoleons. I was like, oh, let me do this as the dresser. There's this one that's 170, and I'm not doing that one. 250, I'm not doing that one. Well, congratulations, you are not getting a dresser now. You're getting a 55 simoleon hallway table, and you just have to hope that they put some clothes in there. The baby clutter is actually so cheap. This is only 25 simoleons. This is 15 simoleons, and this is 30. How much is like a little mobile? 60? We could pop that right there. How about this curtain, which is 125, and this curtain, which is also 125, and the curtain rod is 50 each. Do not do this. If you really are on a budget, never do something like this because this is so silly. Why am I spending money on this? I think we actually might have it in the budget to do my favorite thing that I do for a kid's room. I do one of each of these little cute animal pictures. Oh, I do want a bookshelf. 100 simoleons. It's so funny how like sometimes I'm like only 100 simoleons, and then some things have me like 100 simoleons. I feel like we're not at the budget, but what else am I gonna add here? The cloud light. Wait, there is a cloud light. Where's the cloud light? 150. I think we could get a cloud. I would even say maybe we could get 2 cloud lights going on in here. This is going to be our hopefully 2,273 simoleon room. And if my calculations are correct, the lot value should be at 65,684. And it is actually at 65,675. We were only 9 simoleons off. 9 simoleons is basically there. All I would have added to actually get us there is the 8 simoleon sunscreen and the 1 simoleon paw prints from cats and dogs. So I mean, that's basically it. Okay, so that brings us to the main bedroom now. And we are aiming for this one to be 22,510 simoleons. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Take it back. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is not a very big room to fit that amount of items without it getting silly. I don't feel like using our 15,000 simoleon bed because it doesn't fit any of the vibe that we have already. honestly. We could get away with our 8,500 simoleon bed in here because this has that navy swatch. Ooh, I really like that navy swatch. I feel so bad because the story that I'm making in my head is I'm like, these are new parents who absolutely do not have their priorities in order. They got this super expensive room for their room and they're like, oh, the leftovers? We'll throw that towards the nursery, I guess. Oh, that 7,500 simoleon painting in our hallway? Yeah, that's actually, we need that. No, we can't sell that. I think this also could look really good if we go with an eco vibe. A very easy thing to do would be do a desk area and do the 10,000 simoleon computer. But this isn't that big of a house. We do already have a desk area. But what was I gonna do instead? A TV area? We also already have a TV area. We could do something like the 4,000 simoleon laptop, and we could do the comfy gamer chair, which is what I really wanted to do in the other office. Wait, maybe big plant is kind of fun right there. I do like that a lot. I feel like a big plant looks good in a build 99% of the time, and yet when I add one and it looks good, I'm like, oh, what do you mean? Oh my God, that's so wild. What kind of lights do we have that might be a little more pricey? We do have these ones from City Living. I feel like you'd find these in like a hotel or something. I don't know. This is good for our budget and is just a little build hack I have for you. I really want this Get Famous picture, but I do not want that frame. That frame doesn't match any other wood swatch that we have going on. But we can take another picture with a different frame. And if we place that correctly, the art cuts off a little bit, but the frame looks much more correct with our color scheme. I added just a little bit of clutter on the bedside tables. I think we need a rug. I think we need some more clutter on the desk. I have no concept of what our budget is at right now. Probably only like 16,000. Since I know I've been under on some of the other rooms, I feel like we are not as high up in the budget as I think. So, who wants a stack of CDs on the desk and some antique tomes underneath? Another fancy watch, because why not? Just gonna lift these cookbooks up with the 9 key. Place those right there. I want a candle. I don't, or string lights. Oh my gosh, wait, we might have the budget. We might have the budget for string lights, everybody. Wait, I really do think these people are like so ridiculous. Like, what if they were like, no, we absolutely need the lighted headboard, obviously. Now, each of those is only 40 simoleons, so that probably wasn't even 300 simoleons. I'm actually really considering switching this out for the 10,000 simoleon computer because 10,000 plus 8,500 for the bed, 18,500. That gives us 4,000 simoleons left, and I don't think the rest of this equals 4,000 simoleons. I feel like I'm on the Price is Right. That's what this challenge feels like. I kept being like, why does this challenge feel like a familiar concept? That's what it is. It feels like the Price is Right. Oh, I'm scared. Do I do the 10,000 simoleon computer? I feel like it's not a good, not a good call. I feel like we might be better without it. Maybe I'll just get like a few more books here on top of the dresser. Here is our bedroom that is hopefully 22,510 simoleons. I think we're maybe like 2,000, 3,000 under, but I'm too afraid to do anything else because I'm also like, no, we're probably over. So if we did this exactly right, the new lot value will be 88,185. It is actually 87,478. I didn't think we'd get within 1,000. I'm really glad that we did not switch out for the more expensive computer because that would have blasted us so far over. So now we have the backyard. I don't know what we're gonna do if we get a large budget because we don't have the most space in the world. I guess we could also say it's a side yard if we need it to be. We will be attempting to get 4,838 simoleons. Okay, so it does not need to be a giant yard. One thing I do know I need to do is put stairs here because I realized I did not include stairs in the shell portion of this. I'm gonna get the same little fence around. Grills aren't the cheapest. Maybe let's actually just do the 941. Maybe we'll bring some garden pots down here. What kind of light did I use in the front? I'll copy that and use that in the back here as well. I cannot get good lighting on the back of the slot to save my life. I don't know how much the table was, but I know that those chairs are the cheapest. Would it be too ambitious if I kind of did a little bit more landscaping in the back here? Or would you count that as like exterior landscaping? In my head, this is still adding to the ambiance of the backyard specifically. I go, oh, could I do some more fun landscaping? Would that be okay? And then I do the low-lying yellow pale flowers, which is all I ever do. Maybe we'll just get something like this. And we could do a little bit of terrain paint. I don't think that this is 4,000 something yet. Could we do the toddler stuff string lights? No, because they will float if I put them the way that I want. How much are our wind chimes? 155? Those could provide some beautiful beautiful music out here. A telescope might not be a bad idea. 750. That could put us right around where we want to be. I almost think we have it in the budget for a hot tub. No, I feel like we either do the telescope or the hot tub. I don't think we can have both. But maybe since we've gone eco, we could just get a couple solar panels out here. And I think that might take us to right around where we need to be, maybe a little over. I'm committing to this. We're locking in. This is what is hopefully our 4,838 simoleon backyard. And if my calculations are correct, we should be at 92,316 simoleons for the total lot value. And we are at 92,069. I'll take it. I thought if we were under, we would be way under, and if we were over, we would be way over. So that is actually only 247 simoleons under. So let's just get into the final tour and the final numbers. If my calculations are correct, this house was supposed to be 98,308 simoleons, and it ended up being 92,069 simoleons. Out of 10 rooms, we were over budget on 2 and under budget on 8 of them. The biggest difference was the exterior, where we were 1,779 simoleons under budget, and the closest we got was the dining room, where we were only 3 simoleons over our budget. I had so much fun with this challenge, so if you'd like to see it again, comment down below. If you can think of any other iterations where we can do something like this, comment down below. I think it might be fun to do this with colors, where we build in black and white and try to get every room a different color. I really liked this build too, just in general. I feel like it's very close to my personal preferences for decor and build style. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment a money emoji. Comment like cash, dollar, credit card, whatever, to represent our budget challenge today. If you did have fun with this video, don't forget to give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel. We're always doing silly, goofy build challenges over here. And there is another one that YouTube thinks you might like linked on the screen right now. I live stream on Twitch every single weekend. I would love to hang out with you live over there. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!